Yo, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. Obviously, there was a massive dump from yesterday, and we spoke about it in yesterday's video, right? Or the day before. So even in the Telegram group, we were speaking about how, ETH and Bitcoin can come down a lot lower. So I want to speak about potentially, are we going to get those bounces? There are a few coins that are looking good, right? I know, everyone's in this bearish state, right, where they think Bitcoin can go lower. I also think so. ETH can also come lower, but there's a few coins that are looking good as well, right? Because total 3, we need to speak about total 3 because total 3 is still holding up, right? Which means that the lower cap altcoins can still run, where ETH and Bitcoin can still come down, right? So it's not all bearish today, right? So I want to speak about potential buy scenarios, potential sell scenarios. We'll get into it. It's going to be a short but really, really good video. So I hope you guys stay until the end. Let's get straight into it. So as you can see yesterday, a lot more longs liquidated in the market, right? As I just mentioned, right? So mainly Bitcoin and ETH, right? You can see some other coins are still holding up, right? It was more Bitcoin and ETH that actually dumped more so, right? So I want to speak about potential of that, and then also Bitcoin. We do have liquidity sitting at 121,700. We do have a little bit 122,400, and then lower side 119,300. So what I want to do now quickly is just take our Bitcoin charts and then just put those levels on the chart so we can understand where we're going at today, right? So the first level is literally right over here, 121,800. Okay, so we shouldn't put that. It's around about this zone, right? This is the zone that potentially, if we break through here, we can go higher, right? But this is typically the shorting zone, right? These are a lot where the shorts are coming in, right? Then we have buy side liquidity a little bit lower, 119,300, and that's exactly this level that I have from the weekly, right? Do you guys remember the other video that I posted yesterday or the day before? That this is the level that I wanted to see Bitcoin come down. We almost tapped that level yesterday, which was what I was waiting for, right? Because that's the weekly resistance, right? You could even say that it's 300, right? But it's more so this level here, okay? So there's a possibility that we still break the lows from today and we still grab the liquidity a little bit lower. So we have to be kind of careful today, with longs, I'll be honest. I still think that there's a couple coins that we're going to go over now that longs are valid. But there's also a few coins that are just not looking ready for a bounce, right? So bit of a tricky market right now, to say the least. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see with Bitcoin, Bitcoin did take out the level. Yesterday, I was saying that this is also liquidity level over here, 120,600, which is exactly what happened. But I am looking at the only way I go long today, even though this is the level, right? The only way I actually go long today is if we take out 122,278, right? This is the only way I go long because we have this bearish fair value gap over here that's been respected, also resistance, right? These gaps are just resistance and support, right? But essentially, it's showing you where the liquidity is lying, right? So we have liquidity sitting here, sell side. People are selling at these zones. People are also taking profits from these longs at these levels, right? So liquidity is sitting here. But in terms of going long, we have to, for me personally, my trading style, I need to see the 1 hour at least close above this level here, right? If we can clear out this liquidity to the upside, then we have more opportunity to take longs on the breakout, and we can have more conviction that price is going to go higher, right? But for now, it's just, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, you can see that we're at that level now, potential sell in the making here. Okay, the only reason, if I had to go short here, I'd probably look for a short on the break of this trend, right over here. I wouldn't just short it just based on liquidity. This would be a key level here. So what I'd wait for, because we are at resistance, right? We did break these lows as well. So this is just a bit of this is kind of looking like a sell side potential move, right? I'll be honest. If we do break trend here, we're holding this level here, we can take out the high out one more time. So it's all about being patient. But the only way I go long today, guys, is 122,278. So more short on Bitcoin right now, to be honest with you. Okay. The second coin I do want to quickly go over is Ethereum. Is XRP, guys, because I know everyone's like, oh, it's bearish, everything's bearish, but the thing is, some tokens like Tower, we spoke about it. Tower got the breakout. I literally spoke about this today in the chat, right? So we'll go over that just now. But Tower's breaking out while everything's kind of going sideways. So you can catch longs in this type of market, but you just have to pick the right tokens, right? And I think XRP is almost ready. I'll be honest with you guys. XRP, we have to wait for the 1 hour candle to close above this level here, but Very, very strong zone here. So I would wait for 2.8493, looking for a potential pump for XRP back up to these highs, back to $3. Okay. Very, very simple. Wait for that 1 hour candle to close, because the thing is, if we break over here, we're changing structure, we're breaking this trend line, you know, we're breaking resistance over here, which was support that has flipped. So there's a multiple factors to go long here for XRP. Okay, so XRP is on the radar today. Then the next thing is so Tau. So what I was saying is, the thing is with Tau, guys, Tau is getting a daily breakout here, right? And a 4 hour breakout. You know, if you had to look at this in a way like this, you know, you could say that this is a breakout over here, more so, but the problem that the trend line's more this way, right? It makes more sense for that. So the trend line's not really valid here, but what I'm saying is, for this breakout on the 1 hour time frames, it makes more sense, because if we look at the one hour, we can see that this is the key level. This was your bearish gap over here, on the 4 hour as well. So on the 4 hour, you have this bearish fair gap. We pretty much broken through it. The 1 hour time frame did close above, you know, so what I'd probably wait for is, if we can come down, retest this level, then we can look for longs, right? So I am looking at potential longs for Tower as well, if we can get a retest of this level, something like this, stop loss below there, because we have broken above that level. We'll see what happens. It's all about just being patient, waiting for these setups to actually come into play. And yeah, that's Tower. So Tower's looking good. And the reason why I'm not too stressed about these short, you know, this shorting, what's happening in the market right now, because if you look at Total 3, like Total 3 still holding support, still holding trend line, right? 4 hour time frame, still holding support, still holding trend line. So like, for me to be bearish, like properly bearish for altcoins, we have to take out this trend line, right? We have to take out the support, because the problem is we are still holding, and some tokens are fighting back, right? You know, a lot of people are trying to get these long positions early, you know, to catch for the next move, which is understandable, right? But it's also tricky, because there might be like a liquidation sweep or a liquidity sweep taking out the lows. So it's all about being patient at this point. But Total 3 is looking bullish. Like, you can't deny the fact that this is not looking strong, right? So you have to kind of switch your mindset and be like, okay, well, Total 3 is looking bullish, Bitcoin is looking more bearish there. You know, you can look for short in Bitcoin and long on alts, right? Depending on what altcoin, right? So that could be the play. Like, even Litecoin, guys, like, this was that trade idea the other day. Like, the stop loss would have been below here. But I mean, if you took this trade, you would have hit CP. Like, Litecoin pumped so hard, right? Personally, didn't take this one, but I should have. Just absolutely ripped. When you break trend like this, and it came back, touched support, created a double bottom, you know, that's your entry over here, actually. Insane. But you can see that some tokens are looking good, whereas some other tokens are looking too good. Like BNB looks like it wants to roll over here. Like, I would be interested in taking sells here for BNB. Look at this. So the thing with BNB, we've kind of topped out, right? Let's be honest. BNB's been pumping super hard. You know, we don't pump until Valhalla, right? There's an opportunity for sells. When you're pumping so hard like this, when you're breaking structure as well, we did break this low over here. You know, we broke this low as well, and this is just looking very toppy. Okay, so there's possibilities that if we look at the 15, it will make more sense. Have a look at this. I mean, sells are definitely valid here for BNB, right? I'll be honest with you guys, I'm very interested in this, because can you see how price came back up as well, right? We came and we filled this fair value gap as well. This is looking clean as anything, I'll be honest with you. Sells definitely on the break of this is what I'm looking at here for BNB. Stops have to be above here, and then TP1 is going to be down here. So we just look for liquidity zones for your TPs, right? That's how I've always done it. We have TP there, and then potentially we have TP at these highs, yeah. So that would be the trade. Your TP, I mean, you would probably have 4 TPs here, I'd assume, because, you know, I don't think taking TP here would be viable. You would probably take one there. And then you would have something like this as well. I mean, BNB looks like it wants to sell off here. I mean, I'm interested in taking this very, very soon, yeah. Okay, well, I'll post this just now. But yeah, BNB, guys, shorts looking valid. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I'm looking at longs for XRP, shorts and BNB. I'm kind of just looking for whatever in terms of a trade setup. Ethereum also. So we spoke about Ethereum in the Telegram group, but let's have a look quickly. There we go. So basically with ETH, the whole thing with Ethereum now is that we've tapped the bar zone, but the problem is we're still getting rejected from this level, right? This resistance. And the only way I go long for ETH is if we close above the zone. So the whole problem is now we can still take out these lows. Very, very possible. Okay. So that's kind of my thing for my opinion for the day. Bitcoin not looking too great. Ethereum not looking too great. BNB not looking great. But XRP and Tau and Litecoin looking good, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I do think that ETH comes down, potentially this is where we take the longs off the double bottom here. But anyway, within this bar zone, for me is a good entry for Ethereum. Okay. Hope you have a good day. I will be posting a lot more in the Telegram group. So that BNB short, I will be interested in it, right? Very, very interested, yeah. It is breaking the lows. Very, very interested, yeah. So thanks so much. I'll see you guys. Please like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments, put it in the comment section. I will read over them and comment. But I appreciate everyone for watching. Peace out.